Claude for PowerPoint is an official add-on from Anthropic that sits directly in PowerPoint. It's not a separate tool or workaround. It reads your existing template and generates fully editable native PowerPoint elements, not static images. It's available on multiple tiers. However, it's still in beta/research preview. So let me show you guys exactly how to use it. So now if you want to use this, don't forget that you'll need a Claude Pro account, a $20 a month account, or a Max, Team, or Enterprise plan. You'll also need Microsoft PowerPoint, desktop or web. And don't forget that you're probably going to need to update those versions too. So if you're in PowerPoint, what you need to do is you need to just click the home icon, then click add-ins. And then if you literally search Claude, you'll be able to see it pop up and you literally can click add. Once you click that, you'll be able to see it here, and then essentially you just click login and you'll be prompted to put in your information. Once all of that's done, of course, once you click this, you should be able to see Claude pop up in the sidebar. Now, if that doesn't work, just click this link. You'll see Claude by Anthropic with PowerPoint. This will be in the description. And then when you click get it now, as long as you sign in with the same account that you're signed in with on PowerPoint, you'll essentially be able to have this on your account. And then, of course, once you restart, you'll then essentially be able to see it in your PowerPoint. And when you're in here, there are two different models to use. You've got Opus 4.6, the most powerful model for complex tasks. If you want to restructure narrative rewriting or full deck generation, this is good. But if you're worried about your usage limits, you can probably use Sonnet 4.6. This is the faster model, best for quick edits, fixing typos and reformatting a slide or just adjusting the copy. Don't forget, you do have settings here and instructions, and this is essentially where you'll tell Claude how it's going to be working in PowerPoint. So you can tell it to always use a certain font, always to use certain colors, or to add certain notes for every slide, something that's super useful if you work in this every day. And of course, if you do want to make sure that Claude doesn't mess up your entire presentation, if you click this in the bottom left, you'll see that they have two options: ask before edits or accept all edits. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I would say make sure, if you're not familiar with Claude, put it on ask before edits. That way, before it directly edits something and maybe even breaks it, you can just literally ensure it isn't about to change the wrong thing. And do remember that chat history doesn't save between sessions. Every time you reopen and close PowerPoint, you will start fresh. So now one of the things to note is that Claude automatically reads your slide master layouts, fonts, and color schemes. It generates slides that follow the visual structure of your template, and it achieves around the 90% first pass accuracy with those templates. Here's a pro tip: always load your template before starting to prompt. Claude uses whatever is already loaded as a reference. So for example, I'm going to just show you the very basic way you can do this. I'm going to say build a PowerPoint, make it 4 slides long, make it about what it's like to be Claude, and make it somewhat corporate. So you can see I've given it what to do. I've given it the length of the PowerPoint, and then of course I've given it the style. Now of course here I didn't actually have an original style, so it's going to go ahead and use a random one. But do remember that you can of course tell it what specific colors you do want or what specific fonts you do want. And if you do have this setting on, don't forget that if you do change it to always allow, it will literally always allow. But if you want to keep that, just click allow once and then it's going to continue to run. So you can see here that we do have this initial presentation. So it says an internal perspective on AI experience, values, and work. It shows you exactly what it is. It does exactly what you would need it to do. Now, if you do want Claude to edit a specific slide, you can do that. So for example, you can target individual slides. So even if you do select a slide, you can see that when you select a slide, it actually adds that as context. So when you select slide 3, when you enter your prompt in, it's going to say slide 3 selected, and that's the context it's going to give it. So do bear that in mind. So for example, for this one, I can say add a pie chart to show your values on slide 3. Now, it is important to note that sometimes Claude can actually hallucinate what is on the chart. Currently, in this version, which is still in the beta, Claude doesn't actually have the ability to view the slides, and therefore sometimes it can hallucinate the values on what might actually be there. So you can see here that currently it's hallucinating just a little bit on where it's saying that there is text overlap, but we can visually see and confirm that there is no text overlap. So if that does occur, you can literally just click the stop button to stop Claude going off on a tangent and just continue on with your work. Now remember, when you do see these values, what you do have to understand is that you can edit these values. They aren't AI generated images per se. Everything is real and editable. So for example, you could, change this text here to whatever you wanted. You could say this is danger at 25% if you really wanted. And this is super useful because it means that you don't have to prompt Claude every single time you want to change something. For example, you could of course change the style of this. If you do want, change it to whatever style you do want. But of course, this is something that is based on your preferences and values. Next, I'm going to show you guys something that is probably what most people would want to do. Let's say you have a blank presentation, but you have a lot of data that you probably want into a presentation. If you click plus, then of course you add the files and photos. You can actually upload a PDF. Here, I'm dragging some sales metrics reports that I generated with ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, turn this into a 5-page slide deck showing where the company is going to go. For reference, you can see that this is a sheet that contains a bunch of different sales performance reports. It's got monthly revenue summaries, revenue by the product line. It's got the sales representative performance, and it's got regional sales breakdowns, KPIs, all of that stuff that is just, I'll double the speed here, but you'll be able to see exactly what this comes up with. Here, you're able to see that after, I think, around 6 minutes or so, Claude actually generated a full slide deck. So let's take a look at this. I purposefully asked for 5 slides because if you don't specify the number, you're going to get a pretty lengthy one. That's going to consume more credits and it's going to take more time. So just bear that in mind. So you can see right here, the first slide, well, the second slide we have is Q1 momentum called exceeding expectations. This looks pretty good. And I've actually cross-checked these values. They are correct. If we look at the growth revenue, we can see, yep, that looks pretty good. The revenue engine trajectory. And if we see regional expansion, you can see this actually looks really, really good as well in terms of the overall design. Not only that, we can see this last slide as well looks really good as well in terms of the design. So yeah, I think this is really, really good in terms of when you ask it to generate a full slide, this is exactly what it looks like. Now, it's not only PDFs that it can do this for. If you do have Excel sheets or workbooks that you want to, put that data into this, that also will work because Claude does work natively with Excel files. It's really, really good at that. So another thing that it can do as well, and this is a really strange one, is it does actually have web search. So I can actually take a website link and I can say, create a small 4-page pitch deck based on this website. And I'm going to give it a link here and it's going to go ahead and do its entire thing. You can see first, it's going to go ahead and research the website. Then it's going to go ahead and create a polished pitch deck for me. I'll show you guys what this looks like as soon as it's finished. And so here you can see we actually have the final one. Now, what's really cool about this is I'm actually going to show you guys the website. So here you can actually see the website was designed really well. This has a red and white theme. And I think that's important because when you actually see this right here, you can see that the theme is actually pretty matching. Now, of course, it isn't one-to-one because we don't have the correct fonts. And of course, the design isn't as good as it could be. You can see that the text right here, but of course, we could just literally move that up. We could just move that up and move that up. Then, of course, you can see this looks really well. And of course, this one as well looks good. And then, of course, this one as well looks really good as well. So you can see right here that this entire presentation, if we just click F5, you're able to start the presentation. If I swap the display, you're able to see this is exactly what it looks like. And yeah, it looks pretty good if you ask me. So yeah, from there, you can see that Claude PowerPoint is very, very effective. And there's also this. By the way, I forgot to add that if you do want skills or connectors, they are directly available here. Skills basically are useful because if you're generating a specific piece of copy and you want it to talk in a specific way or format that content in a specific way, this is exactly what you'd use skills for. So if you need it to do that right there, you can of course add that skill. And of course, if you do have any connectors that you use to pull data from, that is also there available for you as well. So don't forget, everything generated by Claude is completely editable and you can of course change the fonts, the text, the images, the backgrounds. It's very, very easy to do so. Of course, another thing that you could do as well is translate this entire deck into French if you needed. And so here you can see quickly, I've managed to update everything to complete French. Of course, if you're French, you can tell me if this is accurate or not, but from the surface level, it does look like that. Now, another thing that you can do is you can say add speaker notes in English to each slide. And so this is really useful if you are wondering what speaker notes should be there. And I'll show you guys exactly what this looks like. So of course, let's go ahead and view the notes page. So you can see here we have one. This actually gives us some notes. Here it gives us some more notes. And yeah, it looks pretty decent. So this is super useful if you don't want to spend time typing out or figuring out what to say. You can see here the content is actually not just surface level, considering it's got all of the context. And remember, I literally did this just from grabbing a website link. And you can see that the text here is actually very decent. So, I mean, this is some really strong stuff here from Claude. So if you're making PowerPoint presentations, don't forget that PowerPoint presentations do have a file size cap of around 30 megabytes. Large presentations can hit generation limits. Don't forget to create sections and then merge them afterwards. Complex custom layouts can of course break. Chevron processes, multi-step custom visuals might not render correctly. Of course, you will have to make small changes here and there. And remember, this doesn't work on iPad or Android. This is just desktop and web only. And the last thing I will say is that graphics analysis is limited. It processes PowerPoint to Markdown internally, so it can lose some information contained in graphics or images on existing slides. And so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out some of our other tutorials, and hopefully this served you well.